Hello, nice to see you. Welcome. So I thought we'd put together a little workout on the gym ball for a bit of holiday fun for you. So if you have one of these lurking at the back of a cupboard or sat under a desk somewhere, go and grab it, get it out, and we will start sitting on that ball. Okay, nice alignment, and ideally you want a right angle at your hip and your knee when you're sat on the ball. Feet just hip width apart, all right, length up through the crown of the head. And we're going to start just by finding a little pelvic tilt here. So you're just going to tilt the pelvis back, lengthen that lumbar spine, and then rock back up and grow tall. All right, so we're nicely stacked here, head above rib cage, above pelvis, and we're going to tilt the pelvis and just roll the ball slightly towards your calves and then rock all the way back up. All right, two more just like that, guys. Just tucking the pelvis under, rolling through, maybe taking it a little bit further, and then sitting back up. And then again, just little pelvic tilts. And lengthen the spine up. Bring the arms in front of the chest, all right? And we're just going to turn the head, the neck, and the upper back and look round over your shoulders slightly. And then inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, turn your head, neck, upper back round. And then inhale, come back to center. All right, keep growing tall through the crown of the head. And we'll do that twice more. Little rotation, trying to keep yourself nice and still on that ball, and then round the other way. And then inhale, center. Good. One more to each side. Little rotation. Inhale, center. Exhale, and we'll rotate. Inhale, come back to center. Release the arms. Let's sweep the arms all the way forward and up. Trying to keep the spine nicely stacked here. Circle the arms wide. Turn the palms behind you at shoulder height and push back, circling those arms down and round. Good, keeping that little bit of awareness through center. Reach those arms forward and up. Circle the arms wide and bring them all the way down with that little extension through. One more just like that. Reaching those arms all the way up. Circling wide and down. Good. And one more. And then we'll reverse that back the other way. Bending through the shoulders and down. Good. Let's find that chest expansion here. To take the arms behind. Let's turn the head one way and then the other. And release. And we'll do that twice more. Just extend the shoulders. Turn the head one way. Turn the head the other way. And release. And last one here. Turn the head one way. Turn the head the other way. Come back through center. Continue to just circle the arms wide and all the way back up. Good, floating the arms down and in front of you. We're going to take a little side reach now. So I want you to float one arm up by the side of the body. Now lift that arm up towards the ceiling. Keep lifting as you go over to the side. Good. Inhale, lift yourself up. Slide that arm back down by your side and change sides. Other arm's going to come up by the side of the body. Find a bit of reach here. Lift the ribs away from the hips and just come over to the side. Good. Keep yourself balanced on that ball. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float the arm down. Good. One more to each side here. Find that little bit of lift and reach and over we come. Trying to keep the hips still on the ball. Easier said than done, I know. And bring it back round. And last one here, arm floats up and round and then just over to the side. All right, lift it up, bring that arm down by your side. And I'm just going to take the ball back to the end of my mat now, so I've got a little bit more space in front of me. Okay, and this is where you might want to make sure you've either got bare feet or sticky socks, because sometimes you feel like you slip a little bit in socks or on carpet. I've got a sticky sort of mat and bare feet, as you can see. So let's take the hands behind the head, elbows peripheral vision, and just find that little pelvic tilt that we found at the beginning of the class. But this time I want you to just roll the ball forward, maybe walk your feet forward a little and bring your lumbar spine just into the ball. And then we're going to roll it back through and bring yourself back up to a nice neutral seated position. Okay, so tuck the pelvis under and just round the spine here. Find a little C shape and then just roll that ball through to the lumbar spine. And we might just walk the feet forward with control. Bring that lumbar spine onto the ball, and then we're just going to walk it back up. All right, and grow tall. And we'll do one more just like that. Tilt the pelvis and walk your feet forward a step and bring that lumbar spine into the ball. Keep that nice flexion, length through the back of the neck, and grow tall. And we'll unravel the spine. So this time, we're going to tilt that pelvis, we're going to walk the feet forward, and we're going to bring that lumbar spine right onto the ball, okay? So the back of the pelvis, your lumbar spine is connected. The base of my rib cage is also connected onto the ball at this point, all right? I'm then going to feed my spine back around the ball, all right? Until we're extended and my whole spine, my tail and my head are now resting on that ball. And it might be that you need to adjust that a little bit for your spine and your body, okay? You can walk the feet away from you a little bit more. You might need to be a little bit further on the ball. See how it feels for you. Keep your elbows in your peripheral vision here. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to tuck the chin and just start to curl that upper body up. Finding a little curl up here. Sliding those ribs to the hips, and then we're going to lengthen that all the way back down. Unraveling that spine. And again, exhale, little curl up here. Good. And inhale, release. All the way back round. Onto the ball. Good. One more just like that. Tuck the chin, curling that upper body up. Find that curl up. Slide the ribs to the hips. Good, and then lengthen that spine all the way round and back down. All right, so this time we're going to come up into that curl up, pause here, take a little rotation one way, come back through center, take a little rotation the other way, come back to center, release that spine sequentially all the way round. Good. Keep that center switched on. Two more just like that. Tuck the chin, curling the upper body up, head's heavy in the hands, coming through. Small rotation. Good. And center and small rotation. And center and release it all the way down. Lovely. Last one coming up here. Just rounding the spine up, drawing that front line together. Okay. Hands back behind the head and rotate. And center. And rotate. And center. Good job. All right, lengthen it all the way back round. Good. If that feels nice, just release the arms a little bit. Hold that, open out that front line, breathe. And then we'll take the hands back behind the head, curl up, and just feed ourselves, walking the feet all the way back in and lengthening up to neutral spine. We're going to take the legs a little bit further away this time, okay? So hands come back behind the head, tuck the tail, and walk the feet away as you roll the ball up the back. And you're going to keep going now until your upper back and your head are supported. So my shoulders, my ribs, and my head are now supported by the ball, okay? My bottom is free. I'm having to work into those legs to lift those hips up, okay? Now we're going to hinge at the hip and just drop the bottom down, molding again the spine around the ball. And then you're going to pick those hips up and feed them back up to the ceiling, finding the glute in the back line of those legs, okay? And then we hinge at the hip and we just drop the tail down, round the spine around the ball, and then pick up, hinge up, find that bridge position, okay? Your feet want to be about hip width apart. They might end up just a little bit wider. That's okay. I wouldn't go too close together because that will be much more wobbly. All right, two more just like this. Hinge down and squeeze the glutes and hinge it up. Lovely, and down we go. And up. Good, last one. Hinge down. And it might be here that you can flex and you can just roll around and bring that tailbone down towards the floor. All right, and then we're going to hinge all the way back up. Take the head in the hands, start to curl the upper body, walk the feet back in, round the spine. and bring yourself back up into your neutral spine. Good job. All right, from here, we're going to bring ourselves down into our relaxation position. Okay, and I want you to have the ball underneath those legs. So you're going to come down onto your mat, and I want you to tuck the ball underneath your legs, squeezing it into the backs of your thighs and down with your feet. Neutral through pelvis and spine. Arms are coming wide, palms up, okay? And from here, we're going to find our hip rolls. So we're going to take the pelvis over to one side, keep squeezing those legs together, and just allow the pelvis to roll. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we're going to rotate the other way. Roll that pelvis. Good, and find your hip roll. Inhale, come back to center. So you just allow the ball to roll, and that will turn the pelvis. The legs stay glued together and squeezing that ball. So the legs are not moving independently. They're moving because they're on that ball, and you're rolling the pelvis side to side. I do love a hip roll with my legs on the big ball. If you want to add challenge, we take the arms away from the floor, connect those shoulder blades down into the mat behind you, and see how you get on with those rotations here. Just control, control, control. Good. Obliques, kick in, draw yourself back. And then we take it onto the other side. Keep gluing those legs together. Good. And return. Last one here. And the other way. All right. From here, bring your arms back by your side, connect them into the mat, and bring your feet on top of the ball. Okay? Now, hip width apart, ideally, right angle hip and knee. So let's just start by finding a little knee drop out to the side here. I want you to take one knee out to the side, trying to keep the ball completely still and the pelvis completely still, and then slide that knee back in, and then change sides. Other knee goes out to the side, and then inhale to return. Two more to each side, trying to keep the ball nice and still, trying to keep the pelvis still, spine neutral. Little knee drop here. Okay, last one coming up. Make sure you return that knee in line with the hip and the ankle. And then from here, we're going to find that little pelvic tilt. So standing into your feet a little, start to tilt the pelvis back, and we're going to peel that spine up into our spine curl, nice and strong at the top. Use your arms to help you. And then bone by bone by bone, we're going to bring that spine all the way back down. Thoracic spine, lumbar spine back to neutral. And then I just want you to feed those legs away, flex the ankles, release a bit of tension into those hamstrings, and then we'll slide the knees back into that right angle position, ground your feet on the ball, and off we go again. Tilt the pelvis back and peel it up. Use your arms, squeeze those shoulder blades behind you and lift up through the hips. Take a breath, and then bone by bone, try to bring the spine all the way back down. Lots going on in the hamstrings there. Feed the tail through and straighten the legs, flex the ankles. And bend the knees, bring it back in. We're going to do one more. Ready? Tilt the pelvis back and stand into those feet and peel the spine up. Use your arms, lift up through the hips. Take a breath. And then slowly, slowly, slowly bring that spine all the way back down. Good. Send the legs out nice and long. Okay. Point and flex the ankles here. All right. Just point and flex. All right, keep those toes pointed, leave the legs nice and long. Press your right foot down into the ball as you lift that left leg up. Flex your ankle there and lower it back down. Two more like that. Point, lift that left leg, flex and lower it down. And point and lift and flex and lower. Leave that left leg on the ball, press it down into the ball, lift that right leg up. Flex the ankle, lower it down, point and lift, flex and lower, and point and lift. One more, flex and lower. Good. Now keep the legs there, bring them together, really make them nice and straight, hands in the floor, and see if you can press down into that ball and lift the hips up. And then lower them down and press and lift and lower, and one more, press and lift. Good. Inhale and lower. Slide the ball in towards you, take your feet wide, pick the ball up and bring it into your hands. Okay, I want us to see if we can balance the ball on our feet. So I've tilted my pelvis back here. I'm going to bring the ball to balance on my feet. My feet are hip width apart, maybe slightly wider. You need a nice flexed ankle. And we're going to see if we can balance the ball there. All right. Now that might be a challenge, just getting the ball onto our feet. So that's fine. You can just stay there. And then if you feel you can try to straighten those legs. All right, just straightening those legs up, dropping that tail down, trying to become as neutral through the spine as you can while straightening your legs up towards the ceiling. All right, nice stretch down the backs of the legs here. Maybe you can hold that as you circle the arms. Maybe you don't want to hold that as you circle the arms. Maybe you can't even get legs straight. So feel what it feels for you. Find something. Have fun with it, guys. This is supposed to be fun. And then bend the knees. Reach for that ball. And bring the ball back into your hands. Okay, from here, let's find ourselves a little roll up. So tuck the chin. Roll the upper body up. Let's reach forward. And bring yourselves up onto your knees. All right. Nice high knees. I want you to have the ball next to you. Lean into it. Take one leg out to the side and just bring yourself round that ball. So the ball is supporting the body. Hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder here. Bottom hand down on the mat. This top arm up behind your head. Okay. Now, I want you to free up that leg and see if we can lift and lower it. All right. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Place that foot down. Okay, from here, just rotate your chest slightly to the ball. Open out and rotate your chest slightly to the ceiling. Good. Rotate forward. Open out, rotate back. Lovely. Forward and back. And one more here, forward and back. All right, try and just hold the ball now with that hand. Keep pushing the knee that's on the floor into the floor. And we're going to see if we can just draw ourselves up into a little side flexion and then bring ourselves back down. Into side and back down. One for luck here. See if both hands can come behind the head. Oh, well, I did that really badly. And bring it all the way back down. All right, bring yourself back up. And let's take it onto the other side. So let the ball line up next to you. Really push that hip into it. Push the floor away. This leg comes out wide and we round our spine. Round the ball. Okay, so we're supported here. Hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. This hand's coming behind the head. All right, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift and lower. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Well done. Bring that foot down, ground it. And we just rotate towards the ball. And then open out and away. And towards the ball. And open out and away. And towards the ball. And open out and away. All right, from here, let's see if we can find that side flexion. Okay, ready to draw ourselves up. And then back down and through. All right, let's hug the ball. Round we come. Good. And down. Up and round. And down. And if you can take both hands behind your head, go for it. I did such a bad job on the first side, I'm not even going to demo. And down we come. All right, bring yourselves up and round. Bring the ball in front of you. And we're going to find a little hinge through at the hip. So I just want you, in fact, let's roll through the spine. So tuck the chin, roll the spine down, push the ball away from you, and then allow your head to come between your arms and send your tail away. And then and round it all the way back up and in. All right, fingertips on the ball, round the spine, send it through legs and out through the tail. Extend the spine a little there if you can. So think cat and extended cat, and then tuck the tail and draw it all the way back in. One more just like that, around the spine, send it out. Good, and extend. And bring it all the way around and roll that ball right in towards you. So from here, I want you to roll yourself right around the ball. Bring your hands to the floor in front of you, okay? Have the spine supported. And then I'm going to take my hands and hold the ball here. Tuck the chin in so you're looking at that ball, shoulders relaxed. And we're just going to feed the spine up into a little cobra prep. And then round the spine all the way back down. And exhale to extend up. Inhale. Round. Good. Two more. Extend. And round. And extend. And round. Okay. From here, the most fun you have, in my opinion, is when you walk those hands out. Okay. So we'll walk the hands out and we'll bring our pelvis onto the ball. I want a little tricep dip here, just bending your elbows towards that ball and then straightening them back up. Okay, so just a little tricep dip. You're going to lift those legs as you bend those elbows. And the further the ball goes down the legs, the harder the work for the arms, okay? Keep the glutes switched on. One more coming up here. Tricep dip. Keep those legs nice and high. All right, and then push back out. And down. Okay, last little bit of fun before we go. Now be careful. You want to make sure you've got space around you, that you're not going to fall off the ball. Okay, we're going to roll ourselves out of the ball. Our arms nicely grounded, and I want you to just bend your knees, lift your bottom up, and bring your knees onto the ball. And then you're going to straighten those legs back out with control and find that plank position. Okay, so bend the knees, lift the tail, load the arms, bring the ball towards your arms, and then send it away. One more just like that. Bend those knees, lift the tail, bring it all in, and then send it out and away. All right, and then we'll just walk the hands back and wheel it back in. Now, obviously, you can pause and experiment a little bit more with that if you found it fun. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. Bring yourself up to standing, okay, and just have the ball at your feet. And it probably roll away, so we'll have to roll down quickly. I want you to take a roll down. Bring your fingertips onto the ball, roll it away from you, and find a little spine stretch out here. You can soften the knees if you need to really let your head and shoulders come between the arms and lengthen out through the spine. And then you're going to tuck the tail under and restack that spine all the way back up. And we'll just do that twice more, rolling through the spine. Hands to the ball, roll the ball away from you. Soften the knees if you need to and get that lovely stretch out through the back. If you can straighten the legs, great. You get a nice stretch into the back of the legs. And then we'll tuck the tail down and restack that spine all the way back up. I'll do that once more, rolling through. Catch the ball if you can before it rolls away from you. And out we go. Good. Tuck the tail, round it all the way back up. All right, place your ball to one side, guys. We will just finish off with a little corkscrew arms and a roll down. All right, good job. I hope you enjoyed it. We can build on that. If you do, give me some feedback if you want more on the big gym balls. All right, breath in. Exhale, float those arms wide and up. Take your hands behind your head. Inhale to shrug. Exhale, release. Open the elbows. Reach up, look up, lift the chest. Circle those arms wide and down. And let's take a roll down here all the way through. Tuck the chin. Peel that spine forward, bone by bone by bone, all the way through. Take a breath at the bottom there. And then as you exhale, restack the spine all the way back up. And we'll float the arms around once more. Hands behind the head. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. Open those elbows. Reach up, look up, lift the chest. Float the arms wide and down. Roll. And we'll call it a day there for today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of workout with the gym ball. Yeah, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Enjoy whatever you're doing today. Take care. Bye for now.